What's up, YouTube? This your main man, AB the Hero, back again with another video. I want to talk today about my boy Lonzo. You know what I'm saying? The Lakers, they just played their second preseason game, and my boy showed up not in the big baller brands. He showed up in some Kobe's. Obviously, the media, they got to talk about it. So, on Speak For Yourself with that boy, #1 hater, player hater club member, Jason Whitlock and Colin Cowherd. So we want to watch that and we'll talk about it. Let's go.
The shoe business isn't the kind of business where a guy can take on Nike and Adidas. But I've seen big baller brand hats and t-shirts all over town. Remember, Amazon?
It's a t-shirt company.
There's nothing wrong with that. Amazon started selling books. Now they own the world. Companies all the time. You can go look at a company. They morph into something else. Listen, you're not going to... One guy, t-shirts, caps.
T-shirts and
flip-flops. Flip-flops. It's not going to be somewhere. It's not going to be a shoe giant because you're taking on Nike. It can't be a t-shirt. It can't be a lifestyle brand.
Look,
big baller brand.
One of my best friends in Kansas City, Scott and Leanne Cruz, they got a nice t-shirt company.
Wow.
We should talk about. We'll bring them on tomorrow.
Well, they don't have a kid that's playing for the Lakers.
He got a t-shirt company. It was supposed to be $5,000 shoes. Now it's a t-shirt company.
All right. So as we see, it's a t-shirt company. It's a t-shirt company. It's a t-shirt. We see we got Jason Whitlock hating, right? My man Colin is trying to kick knowledge to him, trying as hard as he can, but Jason Whitlock is still hating with this t-shirt company thing, right? So now, Colin is 100% on. Amazon started selling books, right? Now, they sell everything, right? Let's talk about some other companies. I don't know if you heard of Under Armour. Under Armour legitimately was a t-shirt company when they first started. Do you know that Under Armour started in like 1996? They didn't sell their first shoe until, at least they didn't sell their first sneaker. I mean, cleat. It was a cleat first in 2006. So 10 years. They've been around 10 years before they sold their first shoe, right? Which was a cleat. They didn't start selling basketball shoes until 2010, right? So it is unprecedented for a company like Big Baller Brand to be able to launch and then have some spot in the market share immediately right away. That's not going to happen, especially at this $495 price point. But it is not unrealistic for them to have a successful company selling shoes, especially at that price point, because like my man Ray J said, if you sell something hella expensive, you ain't got to sell a lot of them to make a lot of money, right? So my man Whitlock here is hella hating this t-shirt company, even the fact that they selling t-shirts for $60 a pop. So that's an expensive ass t-shirt, right? Kanye might sell you a t-shirt. If you get one at the concert, it's gonna run you $30. So they already doubled the Kanye t-shirt price. But if you also, I seen somewhere where Kanye was selling a white tee for $100, right? So the Big Baller Brand t-shirt is kind of in that price point of like if Kanye was selling t-shirts, you feel me? Also, if you look at the whole Yeezy line, they selling shit for hundreds and hundreds, whatever dollars. But that's beside the point. What I'm trying to let you know is that don't be sucked into this whole like, man, they is a t-shirt company. T-shirt companies selling hats and t-shirts and apparel and all of that stuff. Maybe the Big Baller Brand does start out as a lifestyle brand, and the most of their sales come from t-shirts and hats for the first year or two until they can start coming out with more original designs and all of that stuff for the shoes. But trust me, success is on the way.
By the way, there's Life is Good was a t-shirt company. They're all over LA.
Hey, that's a good point. Listen, it's just starting, Whitlock. I think we just need to relax, let these things bake, give it some time. Listen, I think he's playing to the crowd right now. We are talking about it, what a guy wore, a rookie, on his feet in a preseason basketball game. Has that ever happened in all your time covering sports and having a radio show? That's never happened. Nobody cared what LeBron wore as a preseason game when he was a rookie. I mean, I can't think
he
of
signed with Nike and he wore Nike. There was no controversy. Had he signed with Nike and wore Adidas,
you remember what they looked like?
Was it a brand?
I will say that And in Whitlock's defense here, he does have a point. Like, that's why if LeBron James would have signed with Nike but came out in some Adidas, people would have definitely talked about that. I think that what the other guy saying is, and I can't remember all these people's names, but what he was saying is a fact of the matter as well. Like, if as an established brand, even every time that he wears some Nikes, what do they also show with the Nikes? They then show a picture of the Big Baller brand. They show the Triple Bs. So if they are just playing with the media and trying to keep stirring up attention, or if they really don't even care, he just really wants to swap out shoes, it's having the same effect because people are going to talk about it. And every time they pull it up on TV and they talk about Big Baller brand, they are beating that concept into your head, and that's what matters.
The brand is not a failure as long as Zoe can play. And that's the thing. As long as Zoe can play, as long as he's getting buckets and getting his assists and showing up in the winning game and performing, it will not be a failure. And him wearing the other shoes only entices the other companies to continue looking at him. Because at first they were like, forget this guy, he's crazy, when he was asking for all the crazy money. Then they upped their offers. Zoe wearing other shoes is still keeping Adidas and Nike and Under Armour interested. And there's nothing to say that there won't be a Zoe shoe that Nike puts out. Because you're right, you're not going to take down the monster. But there's nothing to say that they won't buy in and partner with him and put that shoe out there if he comes out and he starts balling.
Okay,
Now, that is some intelligence right there. That is exactly that is an amazing ideal and it's an amazing thought, because what you see now with the Big Baller brand and what has happened with them even scrapping the first shoe is that they kind of had they're working with the design team of Brand Black, right? So in the event that a Nike says, you know what, y'all are doing the thing, maybe we need to do this partnership deal. Instead of cut out the Santa Ana Designs people, let us come bring Lonzo in here. We'll go ahead and put the shoes out under an arm of Nike. That could happen, right? So by pulling up in some Nikes or Adidas every now and again, you could be enticing these brands to say, you know what, it's not even a bad look if he pull up, because if he then signs with an Adidas, and well, I don't even want to say sign, I'll say if he gets a partnership with Adidas and they say, you know what, either wear Big Baller brand or wear Adidas, because he already switching shoes. I say, look, we'll put out the next shoe under us. We'll use your factories. We'll get the price point down. You know what I'm saying? And you still have the freedom to either wear any Big Baller brand shoes you want or some Adidas that you want to wear. You feel me? And while you chilling, why don't you just have a whole bus full of Yeezys the same way they did for that boy Antetokounmpo? He's a thinking man. He must play skip ball.
Director, put the picture of LeVar Ball up. Now, this is what directors do. And I want to show you something.
I feel like I know what's coming.
For anybody that thinks this brand is a complete failure, the brand's about an hour.
It's a t-shirt company, but go ahead.
Okay, I see that logo and I know what it stands for. That's when your brand's not a failure. I see
Exactly.
I literally see that and go, oh, Big Baller brand. There's 1,000 guys trying to create brands.
So you're the litmus test.
I am.
What do you think my mother thinks when she sees that?
She's not the target audience.
No. I understand that, but again, LeVar Ball's been on his show. He's in the sports business. Anybody in the sports business that doesn't know what that logo is has been asleep at the wheel. The average public, they see the 3 Bs, and the only thing
they're not selling the average
that she knows.
That's where you see once again that this kid Whitlock is a hater, because he already contradicted himself. He says, oh, well, my mama, she see that, what's she gonna think? And then they say, well, your mama's not the target audience. And he says, well, yeah, anybody who is in sports business, if you don't recognize those 3 Bs, then you sleep at the wheel. And what I'm saying is, it's the same thing. If you're in sports or if you play basketball and you see them 3 Bs and you don't know what that stands for, you're asleep at the wheel. That is building a brand. That's like if you like soda and you see Coca-Cola, you know what that Coca-Cola is, right? You know what a Pepsi is. If you like soda, you feel me? If you just drink water and you're in a place where there's only water, you might not know what that is, you know what I'm saying? But if you do sports, you know what Gatorade is, right? If you do sports, you damn near know what Big Baller Brand is. That's just the ideal. Michael Jordan even knows who LeVar Ball is. You feel me? He even had to shout out LeVar Ball and address some of his comments. You feel me? They talk it. That's the crazy thing. If you're a fan of the NBA, you know who LeVar Ball is. And you probably know who LaMelo Ball is, and he not even in high school no more. He getting homeschooled. You know who Lonzo Ball is, number 2 draft pick. I talked about this before in another video that I did where I was talking about the social media capital that all of these Ball brothers have, right? Where you got LaMelo with 2+ million, Jello 2+. When I seen it last time, he was like at 1.8 or something. I assume by now he probably hit 2. Lonzo 2+ million. You know what I'm saying? Where these dudes have more followers than Ben Simmons, who was the number 1 draft pick last year. You know what I'm saying? More people know Big Baller Brand than they know Ben Simmons. More people know LeVar Ball than they know Ben Simmons, who was the number 1 pick in the draft last year. More people know the Big Baller Brand than the I can't even tell you what LeBron James' actual logo is, right? But I'm gonna tell you, like, obviously everybody know what Nike is, but the logo, it used to be that LJ23 thing, I'm not sure. But I'm gonna tell you that more people know and will recognize that them 3 Bs than they would that Steph Curry SC. That's a fact. I don't know what Kyrie's logo is. Same thing with Kyrie's logo. More people will recognize them triple Bs than they would Kevin Durant's logo. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Them triple Bs is becoming iconic. That is going to be a thing. The one dude said something very smart though. Earlier he said that as long as Lonzo keeps balling, if Jello show up at UCLA and tear that thing down, the brand is just going to keep expanding. It's going to keep expanding, right? I would even think that it'd be a move for Under Armour to say, look, come over here. Let us go ahead and do a partnership deal. We already got one son at UCLA. I seen somewhere Under Armour UCLA signed a like $160-some million deal with Under Armour for like 5 or so years. Like, we got LaMelo coming. We're gonna just go ahead and do a partnership. They can wear the triple Bs on the court if they really want to. I just think that's just a smart deal. I think that Jason Whitlock, I don't know why he gotta hate so hard in these videos, but the hate is not warranted. That Big Baller Brand is on the come up. They're doing big things. It's your main man, AB the Hero. I'm out. Peace.